Today is the last day of April. It is April 30th, 2K14. This is Wayne Goldsboro Television. I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kim Best. Good Wednesday morning. Glad to have you with us.
Thank you for being with us. Thank you very much. And glad you're here this final day. The 1/3 of the year is gone already, but who's rushing things? I guess I am.
You're not really rushing. It's just that's the way it happens.
That's right.
That's the progression.
I wouldn't want to be rushing anyway. I'm happy to be an American. Anyway, today is Bugs Bunny Day. What's up, Doc?
What does that really mean, Bugs Bunny Day?
You know, I have no idea, but I think what it is the day that Bob Clampett decided he was going to create a character. Trivia information for you here.
Okay, tell us, please do.
Everybody knows Bugs Bunny, and they
Yes.
know that he eats a carrot and says, what's that, Doc?
Yes.
All right. Where did Bob Clampett get that idea? He got that idea from It Happened One Night, a 1934 movie starring Clark Gable and Claudette Colbert,
Okay.
in which Clark Gable is seen eating a carrot.
Nah.
And Bob Clampett saw the movie, liked that, and said, you know.
Really? He created a character because of that?
Inspired by Clark Gable eating a carrot in the movie It
Interesting.
Happened One Night, which happened to be on TV the other night. But anyway,
Who would have known? Who knew?
Yeah. You know, people, if you keep your eyes open and your mind attuned to things, you could be inspired by so many different things.
Well, that is true.
You could.
That is true.
Be
I
thinking.
believe on today's show we have master gardeners that are here to talk about what, Mr. Alley?
I need to explain this. Now,
Okay.
this was about actually the plant sale that was held this past Saturday.
Okay.
Now, because of a scheduling thing there, I think I may have messed up. But anyway, regardless of what happened, this is, they're talking about the plant sale. The plant sale was actually this past Saturday, but they've got some great information for you here. So listen to these three ladies. They're very well informed, they're very intelligent, very smart. They know all about growing things here in Wayne County.
And they do such a good job of
I
maintaining
love-
different things across
I
our
know.
community.
I love the Master Gardeners.
I do
and
too.
We're going to hear about that right now. I'm very pleased to have in the studio with us this morning some Master Gardeners, Wayne County Master Gardeners. Of course, most people are familiar with Jessica Strickland, the horticulture agent here for Wayne County Cooperative Extension Service. Jessica's with us a lot here in the studio and elsewhere for that matter.
That's right, yes.
All right, glad to have you with us,
Yes,
Jessica.
thank you.
Brenda Carter, well, Brenda's been around for years. Long
I'm afraid
time.
so.
Brenda's with the Master Gardeners and has been with the Master Gardeners for many years. And in fact, you and I used to do a regular program in a previous life.
We did.
We did, and it was a lot of fun too. You're very active with the fair and the Master Gardeners display
Absolutely.
at the fair. And June is Juneoyle. You're the new president of the Wayne County Master Gardeners.
I am
right?
I'm at this time I'm the president.
You are the president.
Yeah.
You're not new anymore, are you?
No.
Okay. Well, June.
That's okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Sorry about that. June is the president of the Wayne County Master Gardeners. Well, thank you all for being with us today, and I'm so glid you're here because, gee whiz, everything is just beautiful outside.
It is.
The weather's nice except for when it snows and rains and all that, and the temperature's below freezing. But besides all that, it is gorgeous out there.
is. It really
I mean,
is.
look behind us here, all this stuff growing.
great.
And all these azaleas and everything. Of course, that's last year's crop, but who cares? I don't care. It looks great. Okay, first of all, June, as president of Master Gardeners, give us an idea of the background of the Master Gardeners. What's that all about?
Well, basically it was organized in the 90s.
1990 was our first year.
1990s, and
Okay.
I actually joined in 2002. But it was organized to be serving the community and helping home gardeners with any issues that they may have. So.
And that's it.
That's
That's bottom line. It's that simple. And how do you do this? I know you have an office set up at the Cooperative Extension Service, but how does that work? How do you help the local gardeners?
All right. Well, we also have a plant clinic, which people can call in and bring specimens by. And we go out and do programs at different places. Jessica's done things at the library, and we go and help. We've done at different sites, even in Pikeville, at one time. And so we actually go out into the community, into schools, and do things for children. And this is how we serve the community.
You know, June, Jessica had a program recently on lawn care, lawn preparation, how to grow a lawn, and it was a fantastic program. And one of these days, we're actually going to have that on the TV here, but things, and we'll get around to it.
Oh, yeah.
It'll get on there, but I can't wait to show this because it was a great program, very informative. But this is what Master Gardeners do.
Right, and we also do the fairgrounds each year, and
Oh, I
that's
know.
one of our big ones because we start working already and clearing the areas, and we do the vegetable plot and the flower plot with the idea that we will show the public how to do this at home in small spaces.
Yeah.
So.
And the Master Gardener's spot or plot at the fairgrounds is a small space, considering, but yet you get so much in there. Now, Brenda, you've worked this for many years. And this is a year-round thing. You have to take care of this plot out at the fairgrounds year-round.
Exactly.
Because you can't just go out there in September and just start growing things.
Right, right.
But it's a beautiful plot. Now, you mentioned the vegetable plot. How long has that been going? It's been
Well, we've had both places for ever since the 1990s, you know. But you know, different people, different years, you know, will tend it. Of course, we all do it as a group, but we have a few that will plan the plots each year, and then we all work together to keep it maintained. You know.
Well, you do a great job out there. It's a beautiful plot, and it gives people an idea. And these are all plants that grow locally. These are not exotics that come in from Alaska or Hawaii.
Yeah.
These are things that people can actually grow in their own home.
Right.
Unless you happen to be living in Alaska. Or
That's
Hawaii.
right. That's right.
All right. In that case, forget it. But I wanted to ask you, Jessica, the plant clinic is set up in the Cooperative Extension Service. There's a phone number there. Let me give you that phone number right there on the screen. It's 731-1433.
Right.
And the plant clinic is open right now.
It's open from March to September, and it's on Mondays and Wednesdays from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m.
That's when somebody's actually by
yeah,
the phone.
that's when we have volunteers there where you could call, email, or even stop by the clinic, and so they can help you with your questions. And so if you've got gardening questions, if you want a soil testing kit, if you want to bring in plants or a pest problem, they handle home gardening questions in that
I
plant
could bring
clinic.
in my cousin Herschel. He's a pest.
There you go.
Well, besides all that, on a serious note, you have people there Monday and Wednesdays.
Yes.
But when there's no one there,
You can call the phone number and leave a message, and they'll return that call when they're in the plant clinic. You can email anytime also.
so if there's
and
an answering machine, it's 24/7.
that's right. Yeah, so you can leave a message.
So somebody can call 3 a.m. Saturday morning and
That's
leave
right.
a question.
Yep.
And first thing Monday,
We'd answer.
Correct.
after researching,
Yes.
you'd answer that question.
That's right. We also have free pamphlets that we can hand out on different topics that the homeowner may have, and so we're more than happy to hand out the pamphlets, or if you can't get by, if you'll call us and let us know what topic you're interested in, we'll be happy to mail them out too.
Oh, that's great.
right.
That's great.
Yeah.
All right, they could just leave a message, say, hey, I'm interested in
That's
pampas
right.
grass.
That's
So you
right.
Send out a pamphlet on ornamental grasses.
That's right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Wow, that's so easy.
Yeah.
And again, that's 731-1433. See the number right over there, right over there in the corner. Okay, it's 919-731-1433. And that's 24/7.
That's right.
Now, June, the Master Gardener is known for their plant sale. We got one coming up soon.
You got it. It's April the 26th. It's a Saturday from 9 until 12 noon. And we will have trees and shrubs and perennials and houseplants.
boy.
Some exhibits of molding and that type of thing. And lots of vegetables that we've rooted to help people get started at home. And it's a really good opportunity. And we almost give them away.
Exactly.
I know. I have been to these plant sales, and you do almost give them away. But the whole idea not only is to raise a little money for support for the Master Gardeners, but also to help people grow things.
Exactly.
One of my favorite things to do, and I haven't had a chance to do this in a long time, is to get some rooting compound and get a spring clipping and put it in that rooting compound and then watch that rascal take
Exactly.
off. I love that. And you know what? Kids love it.
Oh, they
Oh,
do.
yes.
You know
they
kids
do.
love this.
We love it.
They do.
Children
They love it.
love growing things. They love to see the fruits, no pun intended, of their labors
That's right.
Yeah.
growing. They love to see
Well,
that.
they are our future, Wayne.
The kids are too.
And if we don't teach the kids how to take care of our environment, then you know they're going to be lost. You know.
You're so right about that, Brenda. You really are. You're right about that. Now, we have some samples here. This is going to grow into a beautiful tree or shrub.
That's going to be a small tree.
Small tree.
Yeah, that's your red bud.
That's a red bud.
And it's just a a beautiful tree in the spring. It's blooming right now
All
in
right.
most people's gardens because this is a baby. So
Okay.
he won't bloom till next
All
year.
right, we want to put that right there. It won't bloom till next year.
Yes, yeah.
All right, now, and that's what people see out, that is kind of a lavender, reddish,
And along the roads
along
and
the
the
road.
woods.
You see that right?
Kind of a hot
Long-
pink look,
long
yeah.
with the
Oh,
dogwoods.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love that. Yes, now you,
Yeah.
it's okay. Can you see that right there? See, the problem we have with all this is that we use a green screen technology, and when that happens, things tend to disappear. So if it looks like you're looking through something here, in fact, let me fix that right there. This is where I actually edit.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to fix that. I should have done that before. Didn't even think about that. Ah,
There you go.
we have green.
How about that?
All right.
Okay, yeah, that's good. Oh, this is such a bummer. All right. 5, 4. Now we're looking at this right here. What is this plant right here?
That's your redbud tree.
Redbud
also
tree. It's not a
called
plant.
It's
Okay.
it's a tree,
Okay.
and it's also known as a Judas plant.
A Judas plant.
Yeah. And
Okay.
basically, it has a beautiful purple flower, and it's blooming in all the woods right now, and along with the dogwoods.
As you're driving along the highways, you see this lavender, pinkish lavender, beautiful trees. There's a lot of these in the Goldsboro, Wayne County area. Absolutely. And how tall were these? I know the different cultivars will be different
Yeah.
heights.
Really a little different, and when one of them gets out of line, you can cut him off, and he'll come right back up. But basically, I would say 25 feet, Jessica. Yeah,
Oh,
about
wow,
25.
that's big to me.
Yeah, it's a
That's
nice, it's a nice tree, and
Right.
it will have a multiple root on the bottom, stems, and that's okay.
Yeah.
This particular tree can do that.
Okay, so
It
you don't
does.
have to try and keep it to 3 and
No.
5. You just let that
No.
thing,
Let
just
it
let it
go.
take off.
I mean, you can cut
Depends
it
on where
if
you
you
want it.
don't want
Yeah.
but a single
You can cut
root.
it down to one.
You
Okay.
can do one
Yeah.
trunk, but
Yeah, these are just absolutely gorgeous. I love these. Now, how long do they bloom? They don't bloom very long, do they?
It's about a 2 week, 2.5
Okay,
weeks,
so
2
you
3
need to
weeks.
catch that
Yeah.
window and get a lot of
Yeah.
pictures.
Yeah.
Now, what about, you said it goes up to about 25 feet, and there's a lot
It
of
loves
them around.
it loves the sun, but it will also grow in a mixed tree shrubs.
Oh, it will.
and things.
Okay,
yeah.
so it will
Does
take,
best in full sun.
okay, so
yeah.
it'll take filtered sun,
Yeah.
some of it, and but mostly it likes best full sun?
It likes the full sun.
All right, very good. The, again, redbud. Okay, here is this an aloe vera?
That's an aloe vera, and
My
it
goodness.
basically is a house plant as
Yeah.
opposed to an outside plant.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, there are some aloe plants that are huge cactus that are outside in the sunshine, but this is not one of
Right.
those. This is the quote unquote burn plant.
Right.
It's used a lot for medical reasons,
Right.
and just a wonderful thing to have at home whenever you cook and burn your finger with the oven, and you just break off a piece and rub it, and you don't blister. It's just
Well, you
amazing.
know what? And that works. It
and
truly works.
even for sunburns, it's excellent on
Yeah.
sunburns.
This is the burn plant, they call it. And
Yeah.
this particular cultivar of aloe vera, you simply, when you get a burn, you break
Break it off.
Break it off. But
and,
now, is that going to hurt the plant?
It doesn't hurt it.
Not going to kill it or anything?
It's not a beauty plant. It's a useful plant,
Oh, okay.
serviceable plant.
No, I
Yeah,
like
so
that.
it
It's a
doesn't-
service plant. It's not a beauty plant.
Right.
Okay. So you just break it off, and it's very liquid on the end. It's kind of a
Very
milky
liquid
A
and
gel like.
gel.
one of
yeah.
those particular petals. You could keep it on your countertop for a whole week. When you're ready to use it again, you just break a little piece off of that particular piece, and it will be just as juicy as it was before.
Now,
It seals itself.
it seals itself.
Yeah.
Okay. Does it, how do you root these? Can you root by just simply breaking and put it
That
in?
particular plant will put out babies.
Oh, it will?
Lots of small shoots.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay, but since it is a house plant, you don't have to worry about it becoming
No.
invasive or anything,
No.
right? Okay. It's not a little invader. All right, now we move on to one of my favorites, and everyone's favorites for that matter, the dogwood. We have a dogwood here. Let me move everything around so we can see the dogwood. Well, let me see. Okay, here we go. Bring it right on over into the camera. There, boy, that's a healthy looking.
That's it was actually transplanted last fall, and it is not easy to transplant, but it's young now, so it will transplant fine at this stage. But basically, it's a white dogwood, and again, very drought tolerant, which is important around here.
Oh, yes.
Your first year on transplanting that, you would keep it wet, but after that, you probably won't have to do a thing with it. It does not like a lot of fertilizer. It just wants you to leave it alone.
Just leave it alone,
Let it bloom.
and it will take care of itself.
Exactly.
And one thing to remember with those two, Wayne, is to not plant them too deep. They're kind of a shallow-rooted
Right.
tree, so they don't like to go real deep.
And the more mature they are, the less they like to be transplanted.
Absolutely.
They don't. You
Yeah.
just can't go out and dig one up somewhere.
It's
and
very
replant.
difficult.
Now, they also do not like something growing underneath them, do they? It's
normally
hard to.
you don't. You may see azaleas, but
Yeah.
but normally it's a surface rooter, and
Right.
that's why.
Right.
So,
Okay. All right. So choose wisely and choose the younger the better.
Right.
And this is one of my favorites here, and everybody's favorite for that
One
matter.
thing to remember too, Wayne, whenever you're transplanting trees or shrubs or anything like that, the bare root ones are usually the hardest to transplant. But if you transplant something into a pot when it's young and in kind of a dormant stage,
Right.
then they'll be, for instance, if someone buys this at the plant sale, it'll be easier to transplant since it's been in a pot than it would be if you dug it up from somewhere and tried to
Okay.
do that.
All right, very good. And these are examples of things you will see at the plant sale.
exactly.
Now this beautiful little plant right here, my goodness. Well, it's a seed pod.
It's just coming up.
Just coming out there.
That's the Jack giant bean, and it's actually a food particle thing. But it grows 25 feet, and it's a vine, and you'll get these huge beans. If you'll notice over there, if you want to hold that big pot up, that was one of the beans, and that vine was covered with them this
This
year.
came from,
From that vine.
well, how old is this
That,
particular?
all right, that's just come up. The seed was planted like 3 weeks ago.
And I see here on, I don't know if that can
It's
be
getting
seen.
ready to go. It'll be
Yeah.
a vine, and it'll really. There
oh.
are two of them in there.
Well,
actually.
is this, how invasive is this? Does it just take over?
No, it's a 1 year thing.
Oh,
It's
okay.
going to grow, and people frequently eat the beans when they're in the green stage. They can be sliced and browned and cooked and eaten. Right now, they're in the seed stage, and when you open that, there's probably going to be about 10 seeds in it.
All right.
And that's just a sample so people can understand how big they
How
get.
big they get.
And they're heavy. It's a very heavy bean when it goes up your.
Okay, but it's an annual.
It's an annual because, well, you plant it and you can take the seed and plant it again.
Plant it again.
Yes.
Okay, okay, once you take it out of the seed pod, do you have to then crack that part open? or
I soak my
you soak them?
before
Okay.
I plant it.
And of course now, anybody who
Every
wants
night.
to purchase this, you can talk to them and tell them how
That's
to do
right.
this. At the
Exactly.
plant sale.
That's what we
hello.
have to do.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's the thing to do.
And they have the most beautiful bloom on it. It almost looks like an orchid. It's a
It's gorgeous.
lavender purple looking little bloom on it, but it looks like an orchid almost.
Well, what do you call it?
Jack bean.
That's the name of
It's
it,
a
yeah.
Jack giant bean. That's what
I
basically.
always wondered
The
what
Jack
he
giant
climbed.
bean.
Yeah,
That's it.
That's what
his
Jack,
beanstalk.
that's exactly what he did.
he climbed. I wondered. Now, and this will grow here in Wayne County.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So it works well in sandy soil.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It's-
Will it
Takes
work?
a lot of fertilization.
A lot of
To get
fertilizer.
it going.
Okay.
Yes.
With compost, perhaps.
Yep.
Compost is good.
Be excellent.
Does this grow in northern Wayne County where we have a little more clay?
Oh, yeah.
It's a pretty sturdy bean.
Okay, so it'll grow about anywhere. then.
Anywhere a bean grows, it'll grow.
Oh, okay. So if you can grow
Compost
beans,
is good for clay soil too,
Yeah.
Wayne.
Oh, I know it. Yeah. Thank you.
We know you knew that, Wayne.
I need to separate my sentences a little more, I suppose. But yes, thank you for that. But that's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
yeah,
What you're
yeah.
saying is correct. Anyway, Jack, the Jack
giant.
giant
Yeah.
bean.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay. All right. Good. Now, what is this monster right here?
That is a leaf casting, and it is made from concrete, peat moss, and perlite. And we had a lot of requests last year for a workshop for this. So we are going to offer a class July the 26th, and we're going to have applications at the plant sale, that if someone wants to take this class and make their own leaf casting, they'll be able to do that on July the 26th. But we would like for them to pre-register, so we will have the proper materials and things for them to be able to do that.
Okay, that's pretty impressive. It's very heavy.
It's a nice workshop and a fun one. You know,
I
people,
can see
whoever
that,
decides to
yeah.
do it will have fun doing it.
Yeah.
But it really adds a nice touch to the garden.
I believe it. It's beautiful, and of course you can make it any color you
Oh,
want.
yeah.
But it's just beautiful. One more time, let's take a look at that. And I also want to put the number up on the screen. The telephone number is 919-731-1433. As you can see, it's right over there. The number is right over here in the corner. You see that number down there, 731-1433. That's the number for the Master Gardeners Plant Clinic, and the Plant Clinic is open Mondays and Wednesdays, and somebody's there waiting for your call. Otherwise, you can call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and leave a message, and they will get back with you. Now, the Master Gardeners, my experience has been, and I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings here, but you don't have all the answers to absolutely every question ever asked.
There's no way you can learn it
No
all.
way you can. Nobody does that. I mean, come on, realistically. But you have a book that thick.
Yeah.
I mean, it's enormous. Weighs 1,800
We have a
pounds.
library, Wayne, in that plant clinic. Yeah, yeah.
But I'll tell you what, if you have any questions at all about growing things, anything here in Wayne County, these are the people that can tell you what to do. They know their stuff. This is all they do. They study it, they sleep it, they eat it, they breathe it, they live it. The Plant Clinic, the Master Gardeners of Wayne County, is a fantastic organization. Now, wasn't that interesting?
That was. It was great.
I love growing things anyway.
I know you've talked about that before.
I do. I enjoy that. It's relaxing, and gardening is one of the country's most favorite hobbies.
You're right. You're right. Well, these master gardeners are so well trained, so well versed when it comes to plant life.
Yeah.
And they maintain a lot of the different gardens across our community that a lot of folks may not realize.
They do, you know. Give us an idea. Of
Well,
one.
at Stony Creek Park, the butterfly garden out
yeah,
there,
that's
they
right.
maintain that, and it is beautiful in the spring. It's time to go out there and check that out. And there's always plants that they put in there that specifically draw butterflies
That's right.
to that area. And it's, of course, shaped like a butterfly.
That's right. The garden is shaped like a butterfly.
Yes.
I interviewed our horticulture agent out there last year.
I remember.
That is a beautiful place. I love going out there.
And what are some other places? I believe it's...
Well, they did they keep up the grounds at the Veterans Memorial across the
that
street
is
from the courthouse.
beautiful.
Isn't that
They
nice?
always do a good job
Corner
over
of
there.
William and Walnut Street. They do a great job of that, and I see them out there every once in a while working on it. But,
They were out there this past week.
They were. The Master Gardeners also look after, they have a display set up at the Wayne County Fairgrounds,
Oh,
Wayne
that's
Regional
right.
Fairgrounds.
That's right. They do a good job there.
And while the fair is not open all year, as it should be, they do have to maintain these gardens out there.
Year round.
Year round. So they're out there every week maintaining, pulling weeds, and watering and feeding the babies.
And there's lots more places across the county
Yeah.
that I just can't think of off the top of the hat, but they do a really good job.
They certainly do a great job. We're very proud of our Master Gardener program, and there's always a waiting list for people who want to become a part of the Master
That's
Gardeners
right.
program. So if you want information about that, that number is 731-1433, 731-1433. You call and get information about Master Gardeners. Now, that phone's only answered on Mondays and Wednesdays, but you can call and leave a message for that, okay?
Perfect.
Are we done?
We are done for the day.
We are done for the day.
We are.
All right, so stick a fork in us there. We're done, and we'll be back in here tomorrow, Thursday. I hope you're able to join us at that time, being 7 a.m. or at noon or 5:30 p.m. We repeat throughout the day. So until tomorrow, I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kim Best. And this is what's happening in your community.